kind of calls out to what's it? Was it Morag?
Mogar.
Mogar. Okay. And I'm like, hey, man, that level of aggression is like not appropriate for the venue, man. Like somebody's died here. Like, I'm kind of like, what the fuck are you doing over there? You know?
Oh
like,
God, somebody died here? What?
Same.
I thought this was a party.
Symarra
Solis-
continues to eat the sandwiches, just enjoying the show.
Solis looks at Cypress and says, "How could you not be surprised? He's a beast. Look at him.
But,
Barely
like,
even
doesn't
knows
need
his
to be
own name."
Picking on a child, man. Like
Mogar knows his
like
own name.
16th of his size. Like,
Hey, I am not a child. Kind of.
fight an
Alright,
oak
so
tree.
in your human years, I am a 33-year-old woman. In no
I
years,
look
I'm
over-
like 16. But like to you people, I am a woman.
I look over at Lily's character like, whoa, man, listen, I was just trying to stick up for you, man. Like, I didn't mean to offend you. I'm so sorry. I go and kind of stand next to DJ's character and sort of like, I'm like stepping back. I'm getting out of this. Clearly, she doesn't need me to defend her. And I'm pulling out a nice joint from one of my pockets. And I'm sort of handing it to DJ's character like, hey, man, you want to hit this and like relax a little bit, man?
Mogar then stands up and just looks at everybody angrily and says,
Mogar doesn't understand. Why are you here? The professor has perished, and we are here to be here for his mourning. We want to see what is going on. We want to be here for his passing. Are you here for this? Are you here to party and just dangle and doodle and smoke and all these things that are not appropriate? Talking about venue, talking about what is real, what is here. Mogar knows what. Mogar loves Professor.
Solis takes a big hit after that speech.
Like, man, you might need to hit this more than anyone.
As you declare that, an individual arrives from the room with the coffin. A man, very, very old human, by the name of Father
Christ.
Grimborough. At the sound of your booming voice, the father steps around. Quiet. There is no need to scream so loudly as to wake the dead. We allow them to rest in Ravengrow, and I encourage you to indulge on your own time. But this is a time for mourning the loss of a dear friend of mine, Petrus Lormore.
Solis looks at the old man. Is he human? Or is he of other natures?
Are you speaking to me, boy?
Oh, no, nothing. It's the good berries talking. I'm sorry. Solis takes his seat.
No, he's definitely human. He's like definitely human. You don't want to worry about that. He's totally.
I don't know, Nix, those eyebrows.
Those eyebrows are fierce. They're so beautiful. Father Grimbarrow, you have by far the cutest eyebrows I have ever seen. Just
What?
let you know. Sorry. Cute.
Do you wax them or?
No,
What
those
do you mean
are too
wax?
ferocious to wax though.
I think she means candle wax. I have.
No,
Yeah, it gives
I would
them
not
sh-
pour candle wax on my eyebrows. That would be some sort of torture.
He's a natural beauty, Symarra. Come on, he's got it going on.
Excuse me.
You do you, Father. You do you. # bless.
If anybody knows beauty is
Beautiful.
me, that is not beauty. That is rotting flesh.
Oh.
Fellas
No.
flicks his hair and looks back. Drinks some more wine.
I
Rotting.
know who that sassy
Rotting.
motherfucker of the group is.
I'm
I-
like watching all of that character's just watching all of this. Like, he doesn't know if he's hazy or if this is really happening.
I take offense to that. I may be not quite a young buck, but I assure you, my limbs are not rotting.
I
If you
stand
say
up
so.
and
Go on, everyone else. I'm eating
stand
sandwiches
up-
anyway, so.
I stand up and I walk over to Father Grimborough, and I go to touch his shoulder and put my hand on his shoulder. Does he allow me to do this?
It's not like he could really fight you off, to be fair.
That's fine. Okay, cool. So it's like shoulder forcing. Okay. Listen, man, like, perhaps you would be willing to share with us the conditions under which my good friend Petey, you know, maybe...
Petros.
Yeah, man, Petros. Maybe you could tell us how he, kicked the bucket, man. He's always seemed like such a cool dude. He seems like he had it all together. I don't understand, man. Could you, like, share that? And by the way, man, like, I am one with you, brother. And I really kind of grip him a little bit on the shoulder when I say that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really good to know why we're all here. I mean, I'm liking the food, but just
I would rather not speak of it in front of his daughter. Kendra would surely not appreciate. No, Father, it's fine. You can speak. Tell them exactly what's happened. You know my stance on it. Kendra, please. You must understand, it's not the case. Nothing has happened in Ravengrow in so long. I don't believe this to be the case, Father. Fine as you wish. Petros was found at Harrowstone. Harrowstone is a vacant prison, a place of much turmoil, a place of unrest. He was found, fallen, and it's believed that Mulder and the gargoyle had fallen and crushed his cranium. We knew it was him based on his clothing.
Wow.
There wasn't much else to define his facial features.
This may seem inappropriate, man, but, like, do you still have the body?
We do, in fact. It's...
Can we see it? Can we see it? I really want to see it.
You must show respect for the dead, child.
That is respect. I want to see it. I want to pay my respects to him.
I don't know what you're on about. But show some respect for yourself first and foremost.
I am being very respectful.
So
your notions
over at
are
Nick's.
rather ambiguous. Define your purpose by showing respect, whatever that means.
Let me see my dead dad.
He was your father? Are you bluffing?
Yes.
Then roll a bluff.
How do I do that?
Nice.
Look at your the skills on the right-hand side, and it should be in alphabetical order. There should be a bluff skill.
Wait, where? No.
It's on your character sheet.
Okay, so I see bluff.
I love how your character starts out so, like, childlike, and then you go, like, Stuart bad side.
All right, so
So
on my
sick.
character sheet, I see bluff. Now, what do I do with it?
What's that number?
9.
So you roll a 1d20 plus 9.
So it's R1D20 and then plus 9.
Yep.
All like one word or separate?
You just make it all one.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him a sense motive to determine if you're lying.
All right, so I got an 18.
Okay. He's shocked. Befuddled, even. He was not expecting to find another daughter. He looks over to Kendra. Kendra! You never told me you had a sister. Kendra, knowing better...
Nyx looks at Kendra with huge eyes and a disconcerted look to lie with her.
Oh, you knew my father, Father Grimborough. He was many things. He acquired children everywhere. He took care of most. I think it's a figure of speech, if you will, Father Grimborough. I've seen and paid my respects to my father, but the least you could do is offer the pallbearers an opportunity to pay their respects with an open casket, don't you think? Well...
I mean, is it gonna mess with my appetite? Because There's a lot of food left. I've only eaten half the table.
Samara, not now. This is important. Damn it! You can eat.
Okay, but sandwiches are important all the time.
Mogar stands up.
Give me that sandwich right now.
I will fight you.
Listen,
You back up for
children,
my sandwich.
stop it.
He walks towards the father and goes, so Mogar says and understands that this gargoyle dropped out of nowhere, destroyed and crushed Professor, and you have no idea. You think he is who he is. You haven't seen his face. You haven't been able to distinguish anything else besides his clothing. How do you know it is Professor? Professor still may be alive. Tell me where we must see this body so I can be able to tell if this is the right Professor or if this is a freaking lie.
Kendra chimes in with almost a flourish of her finger, and she says, I was able to identify my father.
Oh? Tell me.
I
How?
trust that you had some experiences with him, but forgive me for making a statement. I do believe that I knew my father best. I hope you understand.
Mogar, stay silent.
I've offered the opportunity for you to have an open casket, but you have been called here first to be pallbearers.
Well, like, logistically, how is that going to work out, man? Because, like, he's really tall and she's really short. Maybe
She
if,
can stand on my shoulders if she'd like.
That's what I was
Mogar,
thinking.
can you put me on your shoulders since you're so tall?
I mean, why don't the big brute just carry it himself?
It's always an option, man. Like, he could do it. Look at him.
Yeah,
It's-
can I
It's
stay
in
here at the
his
table?
last will and testament. I am to make sure that each and every one of you carry his casket to the restlands.
Okay. I'll try. I mean, we'll have to teamwork. I'm not very strong.
If I may ask, man, like, where are these lands that you're talking about, man?
The restlands are a mile away.
A mile?
Are you aware of, like, the corruption around here? Like, it's pretty bad, man. Like, I was looking all the way I came up here. I saw some things that you may not be aware of, man, if you're wanting to put a body in that ground.
Oh, hippie dude, don't worry about a thing. Nix Nim is on the case. We'll get to where we need to get, no problem.
I have preyed upon the lands. I know myself it has been blessed.
May I say something?
Only if it's not offensive.
Speaking of molestation, my stomach, I think the good berries are turning into bad, and they may come out as not so good berries. Do you have a place for me to do some passing of my own? Sorry, the bad joke. I'm a little drunk.
No, like, man, those things are filled with fiber, bro. So you're gonna feel real good after a while.
He feels it coming on.
Flush you out, man. Like, don't hold back.
I'm so glad I didn't eat the berries.
It's
Kendra
starting
chimes
to
in.
peak.
There are rooms for each of you, if you'd like to stay. I understand that the evening is littered with awful weather. Please make your way to your rooms. There are chamber pots, if you so see necessary. Please do not make a mess.
Solis runs to his room. Where is it? In this back area?
Second door on the left upstairs.
Oh dear! He runs and slams the door.
I tried to pull the Father Grimbro aside to sort of discuss the corruption that I've seen in the land and kind of get his take on it and kind of have a discussion with him sort of one-on-one, kind of hopefully away from these other characters.
Sure.
Because they seem a little crazy for old Cypress.
Okay. You pull the father away as Nyx and Mogar, along with Symarra, seem to be speaking things over. Daniel is kind of doing his thing. DJ, did you have to run?
Yeah, the good berries are going to be a while.
Okay.
Okay. Until next time.
Okay.
You like my exit? It worked.
That's good. That's clever. Okay, so DJ is actually going to leave right now. He's not going to be, like, permanently leaving the game. He's just stepping away for the duration of the session. And he'll be back with us next week.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Thank you
So-
for having me. This is
No
my
problem.
first time, and I really love it. So
Good.
Thank you so very much.
Oh man, thank you.
It's
a pleasure. Thank you guys.
So I'm gonna go ahead and change the cameras around. DJ, do you know how to leave the Zoom call?
No, I could leave it up.
Oh, all right,
If that,
perfect.
if that helps.
Yeah,
'cause
that's great. Then I don't have to.
it's
alter
my
anything.
house. There's no one here but me.
Perfect. Very
My
good.
dwellings.
All right.
So I'll see you guys. I'll just mute my mic.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Okay. The father, he moves over to the side with you, seeing that you have something that you have to say, and he offers you the opportunity to speak. Yes, my son, is there something that you needed?
I'm just going to inquire about what he knows about the corruption in the land nearby. Well, when did it pop up? How, has it gotten worse? Has it, regressed? Just basic information kind of about the area and the local area, especially concerning the corruption in the land.
That was odd. Give me just a second. I have to change.
Oh,
Sorry,
switch.
I literally just turned the camera off. I didn't know that was going to affect anything.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it does. Say.
I can leave it up. There's no big
Okay,
deal.
cool. Then I'll
If
just
you guys
flip
see a
the cameras
ghost,
back.
let me know.
Mogar is here.
Symarra approaches Nyx with a carefully crafted sandwich. I think we may have got off onto the wrong foot. Would you like half of this?
I would love half of your sandwich. I do not want to eat those good berries at all. But I am starving after my long travels. Thank you so much. I don't know if we've had the pleasure of actually meeting, but Nyx Knacklenim, you can call me whatever you wish. Nyx Knacklenim.
My hands are cold. Symarra.
Oh, I'm so warm. Give me your hands. Here, wait. Let me take part of my mouth. Come here. Here, your hands.
I actually really like the cold.
Oh.
But it's nice to meet you. I hope you like the sandwich.
Thank you. It is so good. Did you make this?
Yes. It's a concoction of all the sandwiches that were on the table, plus cheese.
Oh my god, it's like you're a wizard.
It's
This
like a
friendship is
wizard.
going to go very smoothly.
So, Ella, you had asked him a question. Forgive me, I was altering the cameras. So,
No, I totally understand. I was we don't have to do it in character or anything, nothing elaborate like that. Just basic information about the corruption. I've been following it since, I got close to where we're at, and I've been aware of it. I just want to know simple things like, when did it pop up? Is it getting worse? Has it digressed? Is it how long has it been here? What has he done to help the land? He mentioned something, about just general information about the corruption nearby, because this is something that my character specifically
sure. There's very little that he is capable of doing, and he explains that his is a bit more of a linear, good-aligned deity. So he focuses more so on healing the individual and letting the land take care of itself. Obviously, you would need a grove of druids to mend this wound on the land. And that's something that you could potentially bring up, but he has managed to bless the restlands along with the rest of the clergy, and they've tried to do their best to prevent any wrongdoings that would offset this balance of sorts.
I explained to him that I am more of a traveler between circles of druids. I don't necessarily belong to any circle in particular, but that I am in mostly good standing with all the druids locally, and I make no promises to him, but if I were to come across a circle of druids that were to take on the task, would he want me to bring them back to try to help him remove the taint on the land?
He assures you that, yes, that would be ideal, as at one point, Ravengrow used to be a popular spot. A lot of people would travel here, specifically to take a look at the architecture of Harrowstone. You note that there is a certain amount of discourse in his voice when talking about Harrowstone. He seems rather apprehensive at discussing it, but he will mention that it was probably one of the still standing structures that led to the the downfall of the town, but also any tourism that they had sought. Locals would come to see the architecture and marvel at this prison because it was a high security prison. Then life happened.
Does he suspect that the corruption may be coming from that point, or is that something he's not been able to ascertain? Or
He's not super familiar with the linear location of this corruption, but I think it's safe to assume that he doesn't really know whom would be in control of it, where it would be coming from, but it's certainly inside of the old prison at this point, as the rest of the lands, even the village, has been tainted with this corruption.
yeah, I tell him that I could smell it for miles. Like it's pretty bad. I tell him that it's in the roots. You know, it's not just in the in the trees. You know,
Nix,
and
I can smell Mogar for miles. Am I right?
I don't
That's
know.
actually one of my rumors.
I just wanna look what's underneath that loin cloth.
But I finished up the conversation pretty much with Father Grimborough. Just and I give him, all due respect and say I'll do what I can, but like I said, no promises, basically.
Okay. Kendra will offer everyone an opportunity to take a look at the late professor. She warns you that it is not a sight for those weak of fortitude. She'll enter into the room and she'll lift the casket, or at least the casket lid.
I'm gonna step back and sort of let them approach first. I want to kind of have a little bit of time to look over the body.
Nix approaches with Kendra and Father Grimborough.
Okay, the father will stop about 10 feet away from the casket.
I think me and my fortitude are gonna stay. We're just gonna stay by the door. I trust you. I trust you, Nix. You can tell me. You can tell me how your father, how he looks. Does he look nice? Is he healthy? They done his makeup up good?
They've tried to dress him in his quote-unquote Sunday's finest. Unfortunately, his face is a pallid mash. It's a Picasso painting waiting to be rendered. There's not entirely too much left over. You can tell this by the sheer dimension of his face. There is a cloth that lies over where his face should be, but it seems to be soaking some fluid.
Wow.
Where are you at right now, Nix?
I'm real close.
You're like
Well,
looking
Nix is really close to the casket, like really like in there looking.
If you are in there and looking, it's off of a 4-foot rise in reprisal, so you would have to...
I'm trying. Okay, all right.
You'd have to scale it.
step stool.
I'm jumping like up and down, just like trying to get a good look. Then I look to Cypress. Hey, buddy, can you like give me a hand here? I would really like to actually have a look.
Are you speaking to Cypress or Mogar?
Yeah. Oh, Cypress.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, man, like, yeah, sure. And I walk over and I sort of kind of give her my hands. I'm pretty strong, she can probably feel my grip, and I kind of just try to hoist her up on my side like a child. Try to give her a good look inside the casket.
Wow. So how did this happen again? I'm sorry. Sometimes I blank out for a little bit. So how did
Apparently,
this?
like a gargoyle fell on his face, and like
What?
it's not good, man.
Like a real one, or like a stone gargoyle?
Well, like, I don't know if it was alive. I certainly hope not.
I'll be right back. Keep role-playing.
Yep, that would be fucking crazy.
This is heavy. This is heavy, dude. Can you put me in the casket?
I
Nix.
don't like think that's a good idea, man. Like these people, like this is very disrespectful.
I just want to make sure he's got what I gave him. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's there. Here, just like hold me over then. If you're not gonna put me in, just hold me
Like
over.
I'm not sure that side of the casket is even like propped open, man. Like
Just-
I don't
I
know.
just-
what you
Symarra
mean.
side
I
eyes.
just
A little
need
bit.
to see that he's got what I'm. Just hold me over it. Just
Are you
Mogar's
starting to
just
kind of
watching the whole
kind of
thing.
kick a little bit and like are
Yeah.
you trying to like, grab towards it, like try to like get off my side like a child would? Like,
Symarra. Nix.
definitely.
okay, I
Casket is
start to
tough.
sort of like set you down, like while trying to keep you balanced so
Wait,
that we
just-
don't knock over. Oh
The
god.
casket starts to wobble.
Just wait. Nix then rips open the professor's shirt to his chest and finds that one lucky crystal that she gave him.
Oh.
Well, I guess this wasn't so lucky now, was it, boss? And then Nix just nicks it from his neck and takes the crystal. You can set me down now!
I think stealing from the dead is. I think it might be frowned upon there, Nix. In most cultures.
What? It's like a gnome tradition. When somebody dies, you get the thing that you gave them back. Don't worry.
Is that
it's
a gnome tradition or a Nix tradition?
Are you
I know nothing
you
about
patronizing me right now?
gnomes.
Excuse me?
Little bit.
No.
Oh.
Gnome tradition. How dare you? How dare you? Know what? I don't even want this sandwich anymore. I'm kidding.
I'll eat it. I'll take it back.
I want it. Stop.
Mogar.
I want it.
Real quick, actually, Bob, if I could use perception to look over what I can see of the corpse and see if I can I'm just looking for anything suspicious, anything that seems out of place with the story. I want to know sort of what I'm smelling. Does it smell like the body has been dead for a while? You know, like anything I can glean from what I can see, basically.
Sure.
My character's so keen
Give me a
on it.
perception, please.
Yeah, sure. And of course I have. Oh shit. Okay. Wow, I've actually got a pretty crazy perception. So /R 1d20 plus 8. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Damn.
All right, he's hit us with a natural 20. That's good stuff. That's a critical success. I will give you guys an opportunity to determine what that is when we come back from a break. We're going to take a brief break and give you guys an opportunity to run to the bathroom, get something to drink, and
I have a small bladder.
Me
That's
too.
totally fine.
I'm tiny.
when we come back, we will tell you exactly what's happening with Cypress. So, go for it. Run off to the bathroom. We are going to be right back, guys. So, see you in a moment. This